Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is Getting to Know You, an Owners Club exclusive podcast. Right now, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you get every new feature that comes out and give us a like or a comment. Today's special guest is DJ Starr. Hi, DJ.
Hey, Kathy. Great to be with you. Thank you for having me on
Yeah, absolutely. So excited to have you on the podcast. Saw you in Chicago a few weeks ago. That was a lot of fun.
at Rhea Campbell's event. Yeah, that was great.
The Resilient Investor.
That's right.
Yeah. So tell us about yourself. Who is DJ Starr?
DJ Starr is a somewhat new real estate investor. My background is in business automations, Excel, and finance. I've been working towards expanding my portfolio in real estate, basically because I was doing the math on retirement and it wasn't adding up to the life I want to live. I focus on affordable housing for veterans. I'm specifically doing co-living properties. So that's what I'm working on now.
That's great. How did you get into real estate initially?
I got into it actually after watching, I had kind of followed Pace for a year, maybe a year and a half before I finally got involved. The reason I did that was I actually took the plunge into entrepreneurship and it went pretty horribly.
Oh,
I did
no.
business with a friend during COVID, and the business itself did really well, but our relationship did not survive that endeavor. I learned a lot doing it, and I learned that I can succeed at this. And basically, it was a different avenue that I hadn't explored before to try to get into this. I joined one of the elephant challenges and I saw someone else kind of take the reins and be a leader in the community. I saw it wasn't just Pace pitching his stuff, it was other people being leaders and helping that kind of gave me the courage to take the plunge and get into Sub 2. And that was actually right before Squad Up Summit. A couple years ago, I jumped right in and did the whole thing. Now I'm in Owners Club 2. I've got 5 properties now, a couple in Texas, a couple in Georgia. It's been a wild ride, but I'm learning a lot.
That's great. Are they co-living properties or single family rentals?
Most of them are single families that have turned co-living. One is actually a new build that I'm working with Brian Madsen on, that I was a lending partner in that deal. But basically, we're building a 9-unit apartment complex that's going to be housing veterans that would otherwise be homeless in that property. Been to visit it several times. I'm learning a lot in that process as well, but it's been a great experience.
You mentioned Squad Up Summit a couple years ago. Were you referring to Squad Up Summit 2024 or this past Squad Up? Because you watched Pace for like a year and a half. I'm trying to get chronological on you.
I did the whole thing in about a month. So I joined Sub 2 and had done that for 2 weeks before the summit. Actually, my first meetup ever was in St. Louis, and I wanted to practice because I'm not very outgoing normally, or I hadn't been. That's something I've kind of learned along the way. I was like, I don't want to go to this summit and not have ever done this before. I saw Pace was going to be a meetup in St. Louis. So I flew down there and met some people I knew there. I flew my own plane down there. That's kind of an accidental business I'm in. A friend of mine kind of called me out on it because I told him I would take him up in the plane after the meetup. And he said that in front of Pace. And then it became this whole thing where we, that's how I met Pace, was explaining how that happened. And it was definitely a cool story. I'm not doing it justice, but that was my first meetup. I did Squad Up a week later and joined Owners Club right there.
In 24.
Yep.
Wow. So you're an OG.
That's right. Yeah, we've known each other a while now, Kathy.
Yeah, I love it. You're right.
Becoming good friends, right?
Absolutely. I love it. That is so cool. So, tell me a little bit more about your current model. You mentioned co-living for veterans that would normally be homeless. Is this a project you're doing nationwide?
We have proof of concept in Houston, and I'm working to bring that model to the Chicago area. What I'm finding is what that most realistically looks like is southeast Wisconsin and northwest Indiana, just because the tenancy laws are more favorable to owners there. I've been looking at properties in both those locations. Excluding the Chicago area, I'm actually looking at a 22-unit apartment complex that is in foreclosure right now. That's actually currently being rented by an agency, and the owner of it is in foreclosure. So if we could do something there, that would be awesome. But that's what I'm working on locally. And I'm also working on a fourplex in Milwaukee with a new business partner.
Is the new business partner in the community?
Yeah, they're in Sub 2. His name's Darren.
Shout out to Darren, partner.
Darren Jaskey. He's a good guy.
Oh, yeah, Darren. I know Darren. I know.
Oh
I
yeah.
just talked to him yesterday. Yes, actually. Yeah,
Oh
he's
cool.
great. He was at the Resilient Investor as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, he's great. I love that. I love how we get to meet all of these people. And it's actually a very small community when you realize what 5 degrees of separation from you and everybody else in the world.
That's been one of the main benefits I've seen of joining Owners Club is you're meeting the people doing the thing. And for me, I feel like one of the people that is in a room that's bigger than myself, although I know I contribute in a lot of ways. I do a lot with automations and setting up high level accounts, things along those lines, kind of the back end stuff. But I'm branching out and doing a lot of different things at this point.
Yeah. Well, that back end stuff, that's huge value. So, what is a problem that you have in your business right now that if someone could solve it for you, what would it be?
I am always looking for lending partners. I started in this industry by lending myself, and I made some mistakes doing that, and they're mine to own. But basically, I've had happen to me what I would never want to have happen to someone else's investment. And because of that, I know how to be a good borrower. Primarily, what that looks like is being overly communicative. I'm working on this 22 unit and the 4 unit in Milwaukee, and both of those could use funding. So that's primarily what I'm looking for right now. I'm also looking for agency contacts because I'm building out systems that would rely on that to help other people that need to connect with agencies, like have a property that they aren't leveraging. That's kind of what we've done in Houston is leverage other people's properties to do that. If they have vacant apartments, for example, we could help them fill those units.
And when you say agency, is that like a county agency, a state agency?
We've worked with both, but primarily we're working with HUD-VASH right now and looking to expand to additional agencies as well. But that's the one we have going at the moment.
Okay, great. Well, you heard it here. He needs lenders and he needs agency referrals.
Hey, maybe podcast attendees as well. I am exploring a model where, and I launched this actually at Ria's event, but I had Owners Club members that came out to town. I put an offer out there to come fly with me in the Chicago area and we would talk about your business. I didn't quite get the audio right on my first guest's flight, but I've worked that out now. A shout out to Crystal Walters. Thanks for coming. She can tell you it was a good time, but yeah, I need more podcast attendees as well. If you're in Chicago, let me know.
I'll just come up there and go on an airplane and talk about my business. Is that it?
That's the idea.
That sounds really exciting. Probably the most unique way to record a podcast ever.
That's what I'm going for, right?
Yeah, I love that. That's really awesome. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Reach out to DJ. I will have his contact in the show notes and give us a subscribe below so you don't miss one episode. Give us a like and a comment. Tell DJ what you think about his co-living business and how he's changing the world one veteran at a time.
And subscribe to Kathy's podcast. It's great. I've been listening and you've really brought a lot of value to the community doing this and you're inspiring others to do the same. So thank you for what you do, Kathy.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.